that she moves to the beat, mesmerizing as she glides on her feet. Can't explain it, I don't know, but according to science, it's all about pheromones. You see, human sweat contains these itty-bitty chemicals that lure you in if your genetics are compatible.
Welcome
to Gashouse Radio Live, the podcast.
The podcast.
Say the whole words. Remember, we always try to talk about what we talk about?
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day, about our conversation of, can you sense pheromones? Because you have no sense of smell, remember?
Oh, yes. That was very topical for the week.
I was pondering it, like yesterday, I think. I haven't decided. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'll have to Google it.
I tried. They don't know that. It's too advanced for Google.
Yeah, that's true. It's never been experienced before. I'm the only one.
Can Dustin handle the essence of a woman without smell? That's what it comes down to, I think.
I don't have a sense of smell, if you're wondering what he's talking about.
The essence.
So do pheromones work on me since I don't have a sense of smell? That was one of the discussions we discussed this week on Gashouse Live, which can be heard weekdays 5 to 7. For now. Ooh, a little foreshadowing.
Oh.
We'll stop there.
You're like a great writer.
What you're hearing is our featured band of last week, Sam Page. The song's called Pheromones. That's what sparked the conversation. And this is kind of the one-take podcast. Whatever's in there is in there. For Gashouse Live. Gashouse Live is the flagship show for Gashouse Radio, which is an independent station that supports independent music, but we're licensed to play mainstream. We like to mix it 50-50. I think that benefits the independent bands the most if it's mixed in with underplayed mainstream.
You made that up one day, didn't you?
Not the ridiculous nonsense that you hear, the same 5 songs on regular. We're talking about the deep cuts.
The part about mixing the independent with the national or, mainstream music, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to label it. That's not the kind of thing I do, is label.
You're not a labeler, I know.
No, not at all.
You live in the now. You don't have labels. You don't live by them.
That's right. You don't try to judge.
Yep.
You don't. Really.
So this podcast is kind of like the sum up what happened last week, get you caught up, give you a little taste of what's coming up with Gashouse Radio and Gashouse Live in the coming weeks. So, that was Sam Page. Oh, we still got a little more time. Is there anything else we want to start out with before we get into Band vs. Band? Band vs. Band, I should explain that maybe. It's a segment of Gashouse Live that we do almost every day on the show. And we take 2 independent bands or artists or whatever. We match them up. We play one song from each band back to back 3 times throughout the show. 3 rounds. And during that, the listeners vote with the thumbs up and thumbs down buttons on our website. Also on our Gashouse Radio Android app and the Gashouse Radio iPhone app. And then at the end of the show, the band with the most votes moves on to the next day. Winner stays, pretty much. Until you go to 15 and then you get retired. Like Amber Ladd just did. Which we mentioned on the last episode. What is this, episode 3?
Didn't somebody in the chat room today call her R. Amber? She's R. Amber.
Yeah, she's our Amber.
I forget who it was. I was like, don't be calling
I think
her
it was
R.
Izzy.
It was Izzy.
It was our Danish friend.
It was our Danish friend from Denmark, our Danish.
Our Denmark friend from Danish.
She is Danish. Delicious.
All right. So what you're hearing now is SHADOWPLAY. So I'll turn this up for a second. SHADOWPLAY, a New Jersey band. They came in on Monday as the returning champion. They won on Friday. I think they won like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Thursday, Friday, something like that. They had a little bit of a run going. Then Monday they came in and faced the Bashful Hips. Or is it just Bashful Hips?
It's just Bashful Hips.
Right, bashfulhips.com.
At least in the chat room.
Right. So let's hear a little Bashful, see who SHADOWPLAY was up against.
So
I'm sorry I became so ugly. Manager said.
Bashful Hips has a very, very interesting sound, interesting concept too, on how it's one man, it's Ian, and out of Colorado, and he writes an album each month. Every month he releases a new album. So the music you're hearing is no more than like 4 weeks old at the most, 2 weeks old or something like that. And they're all available for free on his website, bashfulhips.com. He's got like 8 of them. He's doing it up until August of 2013, which is cool. And he was good, and he's been added to rotation, but he could not take down SHADOWPLAY. SHADOWPLAY took this one. But what he did do is win Radio Roulette. Remember that?
I remember. Bashful Hips came in, lost band versus band, but won Radio Roulette. You didn't think I was paying attention?
Nope.
I was liking this kind of cool Planet of the Apes picture on Facebook, but I was paying attention.
So Bashful Hips won, like, what? I have it over here.
They won a Mondo prize. Or no,
Yeah.
was it the monster one?
Yeah, he got
Fit it all in that, you fit the monster in that envelope?
he got 2 t-shirts, he got a whole bunch of CDs, he got a Roger Delaney CD, which we'll talk about a little bit later, Fantastic Planet CD, Great Socio, a whole bunch of stickers and pins and wristbands, and all kinds of merchandise from the bands that we work with. That's how Radio Roulette works. We play it every day on the show, and we give away all the stuff that the bands bring here and leave with us or mail to us or whatever. So if you're in a band or know somebody in a band, spread this around. Tell them to go to gashouseradio.com. There's a contact us. I'm not going to read it. There's no point. Just go to gashouseradio.com and contact us, our mailing address. Anything you mail us physically, t-shirts, pins, albums, concert tickets, anything, we will give away on the show and promote your band at the same time quite a bit.
I seen Roger Delaney. Why did you say we'll talk about Roger Delaney a little bit, Dust?
You'll see.
We're not going to talk about him?
He's our feature band of the week next week, which we'll get to at the end of the show.
You know what he told me, though?
What's that?
He told me the next album, he's going to switch it up.
All metal?
I'll tell you later. Now you want to foreshadow.
Oh.
I can foreshadow, too.
All right. All right. I see what we're doing here.
I see. We're foreshadowing. I don't even know if that's the right word.
We also played a couple debuts. Every day on the show we do some debuts as well.
I think tease might be the correct word. A teaser.
A teaser, yeah.
Foreshadowing. I don't know what that is.
This was Firebug, I believe. One of our many female-fronted artists that we've been getting quite often now.
Because we're a bunch of femmes.
In search of love and truth, I'll barter with time, with an openness of mind. In search of freedom.
So that was pretty much... Oh, no, we also got... I wanted to hear some more ZamaPara. That's another band we debuted. And, yeah, we debuted Fear's End, which ended up being in the top 10 countdown. So we got to hear all of that. But you know what? I'm just going to randomly throw the debuts in rather than going in order because I want to be able to move on to Tuesday but still hear this. You know what I mean?
Yes, good point.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll hear some of that a little bit later on. All right.
Right there, you could have got me. I wasn't paying attention.
All right. Now, so anything else we needed to cover about Monday? What else happened on Monday? We got the Radio Roulette winner. Oh, we went through the whistling game. Or the whistling, somehow whistling came up.
We talked about the best whistling songs ever. Because we tried to whistle, remember?
No, because Guns N' Roses were in the news. Because they're headlining some big thing in New York. And you played, what is the name of that song?
Civil War. It's called Civil War.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Civil War. You got it right there?
Probably. I did, and then I found this cool thing.
You're so quickly distracted over there.
I found this cool thing that lists the top songs that are going on Twitter right now. That's pretty wild, right?
Oh, that's really good to know.
Like,
keep that.
But dude, it's like weird it's around the world, man.
Good, we're worldwide.
We don't. It's like Bali pop.
Bali pop, that's my favorite pop.
You don't know Bali pop like I do.
I'm more into Bali Prague. I'm a big progressive Bali guy. Are you gonna play Civil War or no?
I got it right here, man. You want to hear it? You're playing Bolly Pop over there.
If you don't know, how could you not know?
Oh, and we also asked you what movie is this quote from. Did you remember? I told you.
No, I just know it's a Western.
It's not a Western.
Yeah, it's before 1950 or 60 or something.
No, it's not.
It's a Western.
It's in the 60s. It's a Southern.
Yeah, it's like that famous driving movie, right?
No, there's no driving.
What's it called again?
It's called Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah. That's not about some guy who loves driving his car around?
No, it's about some...
And it's not a Western?
It's about some guy that gets what he wants, and he wants what he gets.
Well, he gets.
That's right.
But there you go. We just talked right over the whistling. All right, enough of this crap. Back to Firebug. What do you got there?
You like that? You don't know I got Tennessee Ernie Ford in it.
The thunders flutter, northern flags and south winds flutter. Two arms, two arms, two arms.
What the
While
hell?
this is great, we got to move on.
I turned it down quickly.
So we started getting into, like, we tried to make a top 5 most famous whistles in songs.
Dixie's pretty good. Whistling Dixie's a saying.
That's a good one. But I thought that must be the most famous whistling of a song.
I searched for Civil War and Dixie came up, and I was like, wait a minute, Whistling Dixie.
Wow, weird.
You must want to whistle. I can't believe Dixie wasn't the #1 whistling song ever. By the way,
who was?
I don't remember at this point.
Oh,
it wasn't a correct answer anyway.
What were some of the suggestions in the chat room? We had the Bangles song, "Sitting by the Fire." Wait, isn't that even the Bangles? Or even is it not "Sitting by the Fire"? What was that?
It was "Walk Like an Egyptian."
Walk Like an Egyptian. Yeah.
I was sitting by the fire.
My grandma and your grandma.
Sitting, but that's Iko on Nay.
Yeah, there might even be whistling in that. Who the hell knows?
There is. I don't know if there is.
But Bangles have a very big whistling part in "Walk Like an Egyptian."
Brooke thought so.
Yeah.
Wait, when did Brooke come in?
That was third. We'll get to that. That was later on.
I was trying to segue that. We weren't ready.
No, not yet.
Oh.
There were some really good suggestions. I can't believe we don't have any of them right here. Ones that I forgot.
It was because we had one of those Rolling Stone best whistling song lists. So
Yeah.
we can pull it up.
No. It doesn't matter.
It was like the top 20 whistling songs according to Rolling Stone, and they did start to get stupid hip at the end. One of them I liked was Jay Giles' "Angels in the Centerfold."
Oh, yeah, it was a big one.
I can't even whistle that without laughing. I did ever rock that song when it comes on the radio. That might be a guilty pleasure of mine. I never knew.
I really couldn't even tell you if I did or not.
"Angel in the Centerfold"?
I don't think so. I think that annoys me, that song.
Hey.
Oh, my God, but that reminds me.
All right.
I had to go to Hard Rock one night this week.
And you saw an angel?
No, almost. I was listening to MMR because I needed my phone. I don't remember. I wasn't listening to Gashouse. Maybe I just didn't feel like hooking it up or whatever. It was. I don't remember the name of the DJ, but he was like, "All right, here we go with some Scorps." Played some Scorpions. I didn't know Scorps was a nickname for the Scorpions. It's the guy that you hate.
Jackie Bam Bam!
Hey, here we go with the little Scorps.
And speaking of
that's why
shitty
regular radio is so bad.
DJs, you tried to tell me that, he sounds just like my doctor. Twisted Sister.
Yeah. D. Snyder.
D. Snyder wasn't on the radio anymore? Bullshit. He runs Twisted Metal.
Oh, of course.
He runs it. It's still on. I heard it recently. One night. I think it was a Sunday night on MMR. Like Sunday later, like after 10 sometime.
Yeah. Well, I just couldn't believe my ears. And it
But
was
Jackie
like,
Bam Bam.
Scorps.
Jackie Bam Bam can never work anywhere but Philadelphia. Because he's just so fucking awful. He's awful. Jackie Bam Bam's awful.
All right. Well, this is ZamaPara. Another one we debuted on Monday. Here you go.
The water rises up on the beach. Feel the wind slowly move beneath your feet. And my eye will come quick to hit all the...
Now, the main thing that took over the whole week, it started on Monday and it ended up going through the whole week, except for maybe Friday, was our new station, which we'll get into a little bit later on. But basically, we're breaking off into 2 stations. Gas House is kind of like doubling down in Blackjack.
I have a theme song for this station. Can you turn this down?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
I'll pause it.
Thanks. Go ahead. Tell them.
Well, we're not talking about it yet. We're just saying that we started coming up with names, and the chat room was very helpful.
All right.
Some of the names. Do you remember some of the names that stick out? Other than
Everybody tried to tell us Glory Hole. Like,
Glory
that
Hole
wasn't a
Radio.
place.
Yeah. It's basically, we're trying to make Gashouse Radio a little bit more user-friendly to... We're trying to focus Gashouse Radio onto the music. We're still going to do our show, obviously, and some of the other live music shows, music-based shows. But all the talk and some of like the metal and some of the more like abrasive or anything like that, we're kind of focusing Gashouse on like an alt-rock sort of, but we're not really basing it on genres. You'll understand when it breaks off, but a lot of the uncensored, like heavier talk-based stuff is going over to our new station, but we didn't have a name for it. We couldn't figure out a name at the beginning of the week. So we were asking our chat room for help, and they were very helpful. A lot of good names came out of there, but we didn't get one on Monday. But that's when it started. We started explaining what this new station is going to be, how it's going to work. It's going to have video capabilities. It's going to be completely different than Gashouse, but it's still going to be related. And that's what we needed. We wanted the name to kind of be related too. All right, so thank you.
Oh, you missed it. Foreshadowing.
All right, so let's move on to
This
Tuesday
was suggested by Sam Page, by the way.
Oh, really?
Our buddy SP. SPB, as I call him now. We're boys like that.
Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
All right, we'll turn that off. Let's hear who the challenger was. So remember, SHADOWPLAY beat Bashful Hips on Monday. Then the challenger on Tuesday for SHADOWPLay.
Pretty amazingly seamless, by the way, how we went from one music to the next.
I know, well, we're good.
Did we both hit play at the same time? We looked deep in each other's eyes and we're like,
The challenger on Tuesday was e-mute.
The trusted side. Who can tell when the game begins? A case of sins where no one believes. It's a case of give and take. And if you break, you destroy the take. The clock moves forward and life goes backwards. Same conclusions out past confusions. The older you get, the wiser. Don't worry.
These guys are a talented band out of London. Kind of a newer band, but a lot of the guys in the band have worked with like big names in the industry. Shaka Khan is sticking out to me, but there's bigger names than that.
Shaka Khan's big.
Well, not big, but like more, I don't know. Shaka Khan's big, but not impressive to me. The other names were more impressive. Like,
I thought we were talking about Shaka Khan's fat.
Oh. I'm not talking about the size of the people they worked with. No. E-mute, clock moves forward. They were the challenger on Tuesday. Also on Tuesday, Kevin Bacon came up. Maybe I was talking about the following.
Oh, Brett Bacon. Yeah, you were talking about how great the following was. No. Now we just remembered what it was. Turn down e-music.
Again, I'll pause it.
I like that you differentiate. I'm not turning down, I'm pausing.
Well, I want to hear more e-mute, to be honest with you. It's a short song.
We like to snooze in the morning.
Oh, come on.
Dustin defended. Dustin was like, the Bacon Brothers are great.
That's bullshit.
You put him up against Dogstar.
I said, see, in addition to band versus band, sometimes we do worst of the worst, and we're talking about doing another one soon.
Oh, you called them too good.
I said they were too good for worst of the worst. What we do is same thing as band versus band, except with celebrity bands, and we're looking for the most thumbs down, not the most thumbs up. Who's the worst celebrity band? Right now, Kim Basinger has the lead. She beat out Shaquille O'Neal, Eddie Murphy. I mean, she's up there. And I said Bacon Brothers are too good. They're going to lose to Kim Basinger. She's worse than Bacon Brothers. That's all I said.
You're thinking Philly Chicken.
I can't believe this is what the Bacon Brothers are, though. I never heard them before. I I just assumed Kevin Bacon's involved. It's got to be better than Kim.
Ooh. This could use a whistle. Track it. Listen, Philly Chicken. Just thousands of chickens.
All right, get us off of here. So, as we mentioned on last week's podcast, I think it was, that the Brett nonsense started in the chat room. Well, the Brett stuff continues, yes.
Brett Bacon.
Well, now it's Brett Bacon, which is great. So now I'm Brett Bacon because I like Kevin Bacon. We also played the Is It a Metal Band or a Computer Virus name game.
It's a great game.
It was a fun game. And we tried, the new radio station name continued, the talk about that. So a lot of names and ideas came out of the game. A lot of the computer viruses were like, maybe we can 2 Bits Radio, I think was one of them that we were thinking about. We were all over.
All right. We
All right.
were.
So that was pretty much Tuesday. Let's move on to Wednesday. Oh, no, that's not true. We've got, I wanted to check out this band debuted on Tuesday as well and made the top 10 countdown immediately. They're called High Side Driver. Voices I Hear. So check those guys out. All the links when we post this podcast, we'll do it in the RSS, but we always also post it on gashouseradio.com. And when we do, we put all the links to these bands in there. So find out more information by looking up the post on Gashouse Radio that matches this episode.
Boom.
All right.
Or on YouTube, Dust.
Oh, you're getting them up, but you're not putting the links to the bands on YouTube, are you?
I probably could.
Just copy the post that's on Gashouse.
And then
copy the whole thing and paste it.
Yeah, I could probably
in
do
HTML.
that now. I told you I can make it better. I don't know. We're new to the tube, dude.
We're not big YouTube guys, but we're trying. All right. Wednesday. Oh, by the way, e-mute won. e-mute beat SHADOWPLAY that day on Tuesday to become the new band vs. band champion. So, SHADOWPLay, they had a nice little run. They were already in rotation. They're in regular rotation. I think they might even be in the top 10 countdown.
Who?
SHADOWPLay. They might be in there still, but there's been a lot of activity in that top 10 countdown. It's all based on the listener votes with those thumbs up and thumbs down buttons.
Right.
So it's changing every day, especially in the beginning of the month because it resets every month. So anyway, e-mute moved on to Wednesday as a champion, and the challenger on Wednesday was a band called Circle. This is them.
But I'm not afraid. If you ask me to, I will. If you ask me to, I will.
Is that the same album art?
What's the matter?
Is that the same album art on the station as this right now?
No. This is Circle. The band there is Circa Survive.
I looked and I was like, oh, Circa. Because you know how I'm always so used to looking at the screen.
I
know what's on.
I keep looking at it too. The Magician Part 1's the name of this song. So this was the challenger and band versus band today. On Wednesday.
True.
Also, we continued again with the radio names. The new radio station names. And one was suggested Dirty Sanchez Radio. Which was a little bit ridiculous. A lot ridiculous.
Too silly. Ridiculous isn't even the word.
Yeah, but we looked it up, and it was $1,000 for the domain name.
You didn't tell us how much. You just said a lot.
No, I think I said it was $1,000.
I thought you said 2.
Maybe it was 2,000. I think it was like 19 something.
All right, I thought you said 2 personally. And then you said 1. I thought maybe you were just trying to get a G for the pocket like we did a few times.
No, it was 19 something. And by the way, I looked that up later on a different site, and I could have gotten it for $12.
Dirty Sanchez?
Yes. DirtySanchezRadio.com. So if you're looking to start an internet radio station, just go ahead and grab Dirty Sanchez.
And you wanted to be at About Shit Mustaches. Like, come on, man.
I know. But it's kind of because
and
the
it's
new
not
station.
like that's not a 20-year-old joke at this point.
I
anyway.
know, that's kind of how I felt about it. But the new station is going to be much more. I hate to use the word risque. It sounds ridiculous, but
You like to use that word.
I don't know. More for a much more mature audience, or
Right.
immature, depending on how you look at it. But it's going to be it's uncensored. Let's put it that way.
Ooh,
Very uncensored.
I get it.
So Dirty Sanchez, it seemed like it might be okay, but it wasn't, of course. But what we got out of it is that we thought, wow, let's start a Kickstarter to get the name out of the station, because we're gonna have to raise $2,000 to get if we get some sort of really marketable website name, like Blank Radio, whatever you want to fill in that blank.
Blank Radio would be great, dude. That's actually not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Okay.
But it might be $2,000 for that domain, you know?
Right.
We're like, let's start a Kickstarter. That's a good way to get the word out about it, too. And so that idea we kicked around for a little bit.
Kicked it around.
And almost the entire day was then dedicated to station names. I mean, we would talked about a whole bunch of other stuff, but that just kept coming back around to that. So that was Wednesday. Thursday.
Wednesday, everything came around to some silly, inappropriate thing.
Yeah. And then as far as band versus band is concerned, E-Mute beat Circle. Circle was good. E-Mute continued on as the champion. So day number 3 for E-Mute, they faced this band right here, the Fox and the Hounds. What'd I tell you? Another female-fronted.
They're so
No, not sextuplet. What would you call a band that's 6 people? A sextet? A sextet?
It'd be a
It's a sextet.
sextet.
Tet. That's what I said. A sextet.
All right, funny pants there over there.
Yeah, okay.
It's a sextet.
Sextet.
Nobody says sextet. It's an octet if it's 8 people. They don't call it an octet.
An octet. I'm not saying I, I'm saying E.
Oh.
But I guess I'm not putting the emphasis correctly. Anyway, the Fox and the Hounds, they're from Chicago. All kinds of different influences as far as genre, if you want to go there. Really good band. And they actually won on Thursday. They beat out E-Mute. I thought E-Mute was going to be on a tear for a while there, because when E-Mute first entered Band vs. Band, they shot right up to number 2 on the top 10 countdown. I mean, they got a ton of votes. But Fox and the Hounds knocked them out. And from what we heard, they had this crazy live show as well.
Burlesque?
It's all burlesque influence.
All TNA in your face all night. On your face, in your mouth. It's TNA. That's what I got email. It said TNA.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, it was weird that they actually became the challenger that day on Band vs. Band the way it worked out, because Wednesday night, after we had all this discussion Wednesday on the show about the name, we really were, that's all I could think about was figuring this out. Right. What is the new station name going to be? I couldn't stop thinking about it. We were going back and forth in Google Chat and emails and stuff like that. And we started to think back about how Gashouse Radio got its name.
We were all sitting around farting one night. No, I'm just kidding. But
which is
what was that?
What? Oh, it's probably my chair. It's all loose.
I thought I heard something banging. Yeah, it probably was your chair.
Clangly.
You're always letting it swing.
Yeah. So, Gashouse Radio got its name from 1920 slang. We wanted to think back to the 20s when people gathered around their radio for entertainment.
Got the
radio.
D-zest.
Yes, radio was the source of entertainment, and that's kind of what we were going for. So, we started looking at slang from the 1920s. We came across Gashouse, which was slang back then for rough, rough around the edges, just
rough and tough.
Yeah, just not polished, basically, not polished.
Doity.
So that's where we got the name Gashouse. And then, so we're like, how can we make this new station related to that somehow? Let's look at the 20s. So what's happening with Gashouse? branching off into a more not safe for work, whatever you want to call it, kind of atmosphere.
Crazy.
And it's going to be
Inappropriate,
mature audience, 18 and older.
anyone.
You're going to have to be 18 or older to listen to this station. And so that got us thinking about
You're gonna
burlesque.
have to sign one of those serious internet waivers.
Yeah, the one that says, check if are you 18? Hit yes to enter.
You are gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Why? What is that? Does that mean somebody really gets off if there's a kid on there?
Yeah, that means that nobody can be like, hey, I went on here, I didn't know what was going to happen. Well, you click that box.
Oh, okay. That's what that means.
Yeah.
Why doesn't YouPorn even have that at this point?
I guess because if you're going to a porn site specifically, there's no question. You don't need it. We don't need it, but I want to be fair. I want to let you know what you're tuning into is not Gashouse Radio. It's this other station, and it's may not be for you.
Maybe
don't listen with your kids in the car.
Put a picture of a mediocrely sized penis right on there too.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we're thinking about in the 1920s what was a little bit 18 and older and not for everyone, and we were thinking about burlesque. So we started looking up terms from the burlesque time period, and vaudeville stages turned into burlesque clubs at the turn of the century, and that got more and more popular. And then when movies kind of got more and more popular and burlesque was going downhill, they kind of it's pre-porn. It's not porn, but it was pre-porn when
softcore
burlesque started.
Sexual themes and weird, violent, and bizarre themes.
Yes, it started to go into like
themes.
Yeah, just movies and it was rough. It was also rough cut movies that burlesque stars went into. And those movies were called Grindhouse movies, and that's where Quentin Tarantino got the name for...
It's a genre film, though.
Yeah, it's a genre film, and it kind of fit perfectly with everything. Gashouse, Grindhouse, sounds similar together. It's the same time period. It's the same everything. It just was like, boom, it makes sense. It's perfect. The name fits with what it's going to be. So the name came out of it like Thursday morning before the show. We figured Grindhouse, Jim and I agreed, it's perfect. We came on the show, explained exactly what we just explained now, and everybody agreed. Everyone, not one person said they didn't like it, except 420 on Friday. 420 Watch didn't like it until I explained a little bit to him. And maybe if he hears this, he'll understand even more, because I gave him a short version. What you're hearing right now is another band that we debuted on Thursday called Finn. So, that was Thursday. It was a big day. I immediately picked up grindhouseradio.com. I got Grindhouse on Facebook. I got Grindhouse Radio on Facebook. Grindhouse Radio on Twitter. So, we're all set. You know what happened Thursday night? After the show? Like, I bought Grindhouse Radio before the show even happened, just in case.
Right.
Just in case, you know, there's a lot of assholes who would be like, oh, I'm going to go get that and screw them, you know, or charge them a lot. Because we have an amazing amount of great listeners. We have an amazing amount of assholes who listen every day as well.
An amazing amount of both.
Yeah.
It's nice.
So I bought that right away. Then Thursday after the show, I was pretty happy, happy with the name Grindhouse, and laying in bed. It was probably like, I couldn't sleep. I was thinking about some other projects that we're working on that we'll talk about in the coming weeks. Whole bunch of things that we're working on right now. It's really exciting. So I was thinking about ideas for all of them, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden I was like, oh shit, I got grindhouseradio.com. I didn't get the Twitter name or the Facebook name or anything like that. Did you get all that? So I was like, oh shit. And
we have Grindhouse on Twitter too?
Yeah, Grindhouse Radio on Twitter, on Facebook, everywhere.
Well, I knew Facebook, man.
Because I woke up.
I was thinking of Twitter today.
I ran out of bed like, oh shit, somebody's going to get that and like screw us.
Oh, you ran out of bed with a clatter?
Yes. With a clatter. So we have all that stuff.
Down the stairs, like, what's the matter?
Oh, no.
We don't own Gashouse on Facebook or Twitter.
I didn't want this song to play. I'm going to start it over because we're going to take a song break right now.
All right, let's just break it up.
So, and by the way, on Thursday as well, Brooke joined us, of course.
Oh.
That's not a by the way. Brooke joined us.
Yeah, that's not a by the way. Brooke joined us. She was here.
Yes. And she's always got... Hopefully she comes back more. I like when Brooke's here. She's a good part of the show.
I like Brooke, too.
Yeah.
Everybody likes Brooke. You know why? Because she's fun.
Yeah. And she was on board with the name, too. She...
Did you send her the name? Yeah, no, that's right.
She was here
the day
when
we
talked
announced
about
the name, you're right.
Yeah, because she mentioned...
was here Thursday, not Wednesday. Right.
Yeah. And we also talked about the Amazon, for a while, the Amazon selling used MP3s. That was a big discussion on Thursday. One more thing. I don't know if I even want to get into this or not.
Don't get into it right now. It's not for...
It's not for a podcast?
Could be if you wanted to be.
I don't know. I feel like a schmo because I promoted it all week.
Well, then don't talk about it. Just let it be. When I find myself in times of trouble.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing I did on the show very quickly. So we promoted all week that Rotation Radio, which is normally on Wednesday nights at 10 p.m., they're going to be on a special time Thursday nights. We canceled Stoner Jesus show, and we canceled Midnight Meltdown on Thursdays so that we could bring a special live event from Rotation Radio Thursday, 10 to 2 a.m. Thank you. So I was waiting there at 10 o'clock. I was producing the show from here. They're live from New York, and I want to help them out. I want to make sure it goes good. So I changed my schedule around to make sure that I'm here for those guys. And I'm sitting there. 10 o'clock comes around. Nothing. They don't connect. I'm like, all right, what's going on? I wait a little bit. Wait like 5-10 minutes. I figure, it's a bar. It's whatever. Then I text them, everything okay? What's going on? Is there a problem or whatever? No answer. Another 10-15 minutes, I call, like, guys, it's now like 10:30, you guys, it's like 10:20, I think. I was like, are you guys going on or just fill me in? Let me know. I'm sitting here trying to help you produce the show.
I think I'm so funny over here. I'm looking for in the chat room for comments. Like, oh, you're so funny. I'm sorry.
So 10:45, he calls me back. Dude, I thought we were broadcasting this whole time. What's going on? You mean we're not on the air? Like, what the fuck, dude? You didn't look at the fucking screen for 45 minutes? You didn't look at the chat room? First of all, I noticed that you didn't tweet a damn thing or Facebook a goddamn thing. How do you expect anybody to tune in and give a shit about your show if you don't even promote it for a second? Like, what the fuck?
True.
Really? Oh, man, I'm going to go talk to the sound man. I'll call you back. And that was that. Never even got a call back. Not that I was going to answer it, because I was done at that point.
You're right. You're totally right, though.
I mean, you're going to fuck up. First of all,
I'm not going to lie. I saw it and I was like, they're going to do Singled Out on the radio. I don't know what to do about it.
I don't even care what they're doing. They want to do a remote. That's fine. And I support them and I want them to try and grow the show. But you can't grow the show if you don't fucking tweet a single thing out or Facebook or do nothing to promote it, number one. Number two, I don't care if you got a little poster. That doesn't matter. It's not enough. You can't post a poster once and expect anybody to listen. Number two, you don't force somebody to, or ask somebody to cancel two shows that get a lot of listeners, so we have 0 listeners that night.
You're
unbelievable. Right. So fucking unprofessional.
Absolutely.
And to never even take 45 minutes to call me the first time and then never call back. Like I'm some fucking asshole sitting there trying to help you out, and I'm just sitting here, huh? I'm just sitting here with my thumb up my ass waiting for you.
That's right.
Alright, that's it. That's it. Rotation Radio, Wednesdays, 10 to midnight.
All right. So what happened today on this show? That was great.
Well, by the way, on Thursday as well, before all that happened, Fox and the Hounds won. They beat e-mute. I don't know if we mentioned that. But Fox and the Hounds took out e-mute. The Chicago band beat the London band. So Fox and the Hounds were the returning champion for Friday. And a band called Atlas and the Astronaut came in and took out Fox and the Hounds.
Attaboy.
Oh, God.
We are the worst.
The name in the chat room.
Although ATA is as
ATA.
You know what? So many bands do that. They'll put the abbreviation of their name.
Yeah.
And then they'll put their name. Or and what did he do? He did ATA, which is
underscore. Yes,
Which
ATA.
is something I can't get their name down. Something astronauts.
Atlas and the Astronaut.
Atlas and the astronauts. Yeah, that's kind of
Just astronaut, single. So yeah.
Atlas and the astronaut, but his name was _
Bo. BEAU.
Yeah.
And we read that as Attaboy. I mean, I wasn't even thinking about Atlas and the Astronaut.
Right.
So he was in the chat room, and that was, I felt stupid after that. But Atlas and the Astronaut ended up knocking out Fox and the Hounds. So Atlas and the Astronaut are our new returning champion. So let's hear a full song from those guys.
We're bringing them back.
They're the current champion on Band vs. Band. And we'll come back. We'll hear a couple more debuts from last week, a debut that's coming up next week, and our featured band for next week, which we already gave away. Oh, but you have a little something for us, don't you?
What?
Didn't you have a secret of what Roger Delaney's next album's going to be?
Oh, no.
No.
It was going to be it was a joke, but I don't feel like telling it now.
It
was when we were talking about Bolly Pop a while ago.
Oh, the joke's passed, right?
Yeah.
All right.
You want me to tell you what it was going to be?
Do you want us to stop this and then go insert the joke back then?
That's a great idea.
All right. Now let's hear one song, Atlas and the Astronaut. We'll come back and kind of wrap things up, tell you about what's coming up. Atlas and the Astronaut.
ATA.
So they are the current band versus band champion. They will be coming back Monday to face. I'm not even sure.
Bobo.
I don't know if I've even booked band versus band yet. Normally I'm pretty far ahead. But,
we can always just play my band. I'll do band versus band on Monday. I got a band now.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I got shit recorded. I'm good. I've been keeping it in case we haven't,
Oh,
blank
that
out
was
like this.
thoughtful of you to hold your art back.
I'm a team player.
This is Fear's End. Liberty. I think they're in the top 10 countdown as well. This was a good week for debuts for everything. As far as the music's concerned. And I'm really excited about the new station. I can't even hide it. I can't deny it.
I gotta lose control, and I think I like it.
By the time you hear this, the site will be somewhat up. It won't be anywhere near completed, but there's going to be so many differences between Grindhouse and Gashouse that I'm just excited to be able to kind of like start a station from scratch and at the same time add things that we were never able to add,
Like what, Dust? Tell them something you're going to add that was never really on Gashouse.
I don't know. Like the video capabilities are going to be easy.
That's my one thing.
That's going to be the way that we're going to have it set up now. It's going to be interesting.
Those guys love pictures of themselves on the internet.
Well, Ustream was kind of scary at being $100 a month.
Now it's the cheapest.
I know, the cheapest. I was really surprised by that. You'd think they'd have something more like 50 or 60 to get the people from Stickum over. Stick'em's closed down. Why wouldn't you? This is not the
closed
time.
down.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
no, but I mean,
grab all those people that were on
but
Stickum.
Stickum closed down because they were only charging, $40 a year.
Yeah, but they had so many ads. I have a hard time believing they were losing a ton of money.
They obviously weren't making it. That's why they closed.
Maybe they just weren't being run properly.
Possible.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's one thing. Video.
Who is this we're playing?
This is Fear's End.
Oh.
Liberty.
I've been waiting for my fear to end, but it just won't.
All right, so that was last week in Gashouse. Next week, we're going to be... our feature band of the week is Roger Delaney. And he's actually going to be in studio on the 13th. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. We're going to be off on Friday. What you got there? You want something more fun?
I do. Let's get this. We'll go out on this note, Dust.
Oh, that's great.
We just sung it. Let's do it. That's nice.
That's nice. Yes, we got Roger Delaney in studio. We're going to be off on Friday. I'm going to be out of town Friday.
I'm going to be just fucking around on Friday.
And then the following Monday is a New Music Monday, which is how we found a lot of these bands that were played this week. So I think it's a really good thing. It worked out well for us. February 26th, Wooden Hez will be in studio. And don't forget, Amber's going to be at Hebe March 22nd, and we're going to be doing Gashouse Live, which is normally weekdays 5 to 7. We're going to be doing that live on the stage at Hebe that Friday from 5 to 7. Amber's going to stop by, do a couple songs, and then later on that night will be a full set. I can't believe it. A full set later that night with a couple other bands as well. So that's going to be fun.
All right.
Yeah.
You'd like to get input on the Donny Osmond version.
Well, then let's just get out of here before you do.
All right. When are we back?
Well, this podcast will be back next week. We're back on Monday, right? 5 to 7?
Monday, 5 to 7.
Yep.
EST, dog.
And if you'd like to hear more information about the new station, it's going to be talked about a lot this week probably because we're going to be... I want this up and running by March and starting to switch over, so... That's what we'll be up to. All right, thank you. We're going to go out with Feature Band of the Week next week. Roger Delaney.
The Pointer Sisters. We're going to bring them back. You want me to really not do this?
Yeah, I guess we should stop.
All right.
All right, we'll get out of here. See you, right? When?
Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on GasHouseRadio.com.
Thank you.
I never tried to end this love that we nurse. Don't know why I never cried when I close my eyes. I am blind to your curse. All my life I've known what I've wanted to do. I sit here alone and empty at my moment of truth. Got all my ammunition, excuse for my condition. I filled my head with something gray. Who am I to pity my move to the city? I think I might want to stay. All my life I've known what I've wanted to do. I sit here alone and empty at my moment of truth. How about you?
Shake the crime stick! Shake the crime stick! Shake the crime stick! Shake the crime stick!